So this video, we're going to be talking about Kadarius Toney and why he shouldn't be forgotten, because there's still a lot of things that he has in his bag that'll be very clutch for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, there's no secret that Kadarius Toney is a very talented player. And when I say he's a very talented player, I mean like route running. He's very efficient when it comes to being able to rush on the ground, and he could catch the ball. He could, he does a lot, His route running is there. He has everything a wide receiver needs, but obviously he needs to stay healthy, and that's one of the scary truths to Kadarius Toney, is that he just can't stay healthy. And it's getting so bad to the point where Chiefs fans are just asking, could they even get 10 games from him? That's how bad it's getting. They want only 10 games from him. And the wide receiver core is on point. The wide receiver core is definitely on point. And it's even looking good without Kadarius Toney. Now, I can't wait till our preseason game tonight so we can see more out of this wide receiver core. But it's even looking good without Kadarius Toney. So when Kadarius Toney comes back, you add him to the mix, I think this wide receiver core is going to be very, very well. I'm sorry if you hear people in the background. My house is always pretty loud. I can't really block it. I don't know, this might be real weird. But yeah, Kadarius, Justin Ross, Sky Moore, it's a lot of talent on our roster. I love these wide receivers in general, and even if it's going to be late after our preseason game, best believe I'm still going to be dropping a YouTube video right after it, no matter how late it is. And I don't know what it's going to be about. I could make a vid on the offensive line. I could make a vid on the wide receiver core. I could make a vid on the defense. You never know with me. But right now I'm leaning towards the offensive line. But if something big happens during the game, it'll definitely change the pace of my video. And I might have to do a Justin Ross video. We never know what's going to happen. So we'll see what type of video I have to do. But no matter what type of video it is, just know I'm going to be bringing y'all content right after the preseason game. So you can kind of count today as a double upload. But yeah, Kadarius Toney, I just wanted to tell you the scary truth about him, because I really think he could be elite. And the reason why I think he could be elite is because at the end of the day, you just have to love Kadarius Toney's skill set. Who doesn't? Small. Not really that small. He actually has a big frame. He's like 6 feet. But shifty, elusive receiver that is just fun to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, it's usually a highlight. And even when the ball is coming his way, he can make a highlight. Like you see in the Bengals game, that was actually a catch. It just was a bad call. But Kadarius Toney literally morphs his defender for the grab. In the Broncos game, he had a great catch. In the Jaguars game, he had a great catch. So Kadarius Toney was making plays throughout the whole season. And everybody knows that. He was making plays throughout the whole season. He was looking very good. And Andy Reid wasn't keeping him in too much. But him and these injury problems, it obviously must come to an end, because it's really sad to see a very great talent getting riddled by these injuries. We've seen it, time and time. Players derailed by injuries and how it really affects them, because we all know if Kadarius Toney is healthy, then it's obvious that he could be a top wide receiver in this league. Even fans outside of Chiefs Kingdom says that, because the talent that he possesses, and mixing that with Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes will obviously it'll cause havoc for the league. But the fact that he can't even get on the field is really painful. It's really, really painful, because we know that if Kadarius Toney was on the field, the Chiefs could be even more deadly and dangerous. And we've seen that last year when he changed games, like that punt return. He's not going to only be able to do that in a punt return. He could catch a 5-yard slant and probably do something like that on a 5-yard slant, take it to the house. And that's the type of skill set Kadarius Toney has. And the fact that you could use him as a Deebo Samuel type of wide receiver is also another advantage that you get, because not only could he catch, he could obviously run. He could rush. A lot of people know that he could rush. And they was even calling him a Walmart Deebo, which is kind of funny to me. But I love Toney, man. I love Toney. And I think that he has to be in play with these other wide receivers. At first, they were saying he was good to play week 1. And now you got the assistant GM saying we're going to take it day by day. So once Andy Reid and the assistant GM and them start saying day by day, we probably not going to see Toney till later in the season based off what day-to-day meant last year. So, but it'll be fine. Hopefully he can get healthy and just like CMC, he gave us a full season. So I think Toney could give us a full season one day, because CMC is definitely injury prone as well. And it's harder as a running back to stay healthy than it is a wide receiver. And I wish we would have been able to somehow see him play in preseason, but unfortunately we just didn't see that. But obviously he was hurt, so we're not going to see that. But at the end of the day, Kadarius Toney is still a very talented wide receiver throughout the injuries. Injuries is a huge problem when it comes to sports, but it doesn't take away from how talented the player is. And Kadarius Toney will be under contract for a few more years on a cheap deal as well. So it's gonna be, we got time to rehab him, help him out, and keep him battling through these injuries. And hopefully by hopefully at least by week 3, week 4, week 5, Kadarius Toney could be playing, and he could be out there making them plays that we want to see him. Because last season he gave us way too much flashes, and now I'm pretty sure every Chiefs fan is excited to see what's next for Kadarius. In my opinion, I feel like every Chiefs fan is just excited to see what's next. And he's very electrifying. So with him being this electrifying, it really teased Chiefs fans. And just to see him injured like this, it's honestly bad. But you still got players like Justin Ross that we're excited about, Sky Moore, Rashee Rice, Richie James. We have a lot of players that we want to see shine, and Kadarius Toney is one of them players. But obviously he has to stay healthy. He's going to have to stay healthy. And I want to see him stay healthy. I think he could do it. He could definitely do it. And it's going to take rehabbing like it did for CMC. That's all. Our training staff could do it. But yeah, tonight's the preseason game. Can't wait to see what happens that game. There you got Kadarius Toney. That obviously I'm talking about Kadarius Toney for the season. Can't wait to see what happens with him in the season. But tonight, we definitely going to touch on that preseason game. Hopefully, a player could pop off again. Hopefully, Justin Ross pops off again. Hopefully, we see something very exciting. I want these preseason games to continue to be exciting. So, it could just lead up to the regular season, and the content could be very good for y'all. And I could keep making great content. Because if these preseason games are exciting, then y'all going to be even more excited to see what I have to say about them and the type of content I could capitalize with for these preseason games. And week 1 is going to be special. Can't wait to get y'all a video that day. And I'm just happy to be where I'm at. I got a bunch of Chiefs fans supporting my channel. And me being a Chiefs fan myself and seeing all these Chiefs fans that love me and love my channel and love the grind I'm on, it really makes me happy. Because, before the season just now, we just won the Super Bowl. I'm going to be honest with you. I was just watching the Chiefs and I was a fan of them, but I wasn't making YouTube videos. I never even thought about it. Then one day I just started doing it, and it took off, and now I'm just happy to be where I'm at, man. I just appreciate everyone that tunes into my channel. So that was the choice I've ever made in my life, was to change my channel into a Chiefs channel. And now we on. It's been your boy and I'm out. Peace.